We appreciate you staying with us here at Daytime to talk about computers and viruses that might be messing your computer up.
Right.
George Tate is here to tell us all about it. We were touching on what type of viruses there are. What do I do once I realize that I have a problem?
Well, if you have, you need to have, before we even get on the internet, we need a good virus program. Now, Norton is the top leader in the field.
Now, Norton is one that you have to actually purchase.
And it can be very costly at times, depending how many computers you're going to use it on. But another cheaper one would be something like AVG. If you go to avg.com, that's a free antivirus program. And it works wonderful. It catches them all the time. That's what I use, and it's free.
They're free downloads.
Yep.
And there's another one as well, I think.
Avast.
Okay.
I think it gives you a 90-day trial version, and then you can just uninstall it and reinstall it.
So there's two that you can download free, and there's one that you can actually purchase. What's the difference between purchasing one and getting it free?
When you get it free, you don't have any really support to it. There's no technical support, whereas Norton, you will be able to make a phone call, and they will actually put a real person on the line and help you.
Now I can get the free one and call you. All right, every Wednesday.
And Norton now, a lot of people are tending to move away from Norton because they're the #1 leading into the industry. That's who everybody tries to knock down.
Right.
So in the top 10 security issues, we have Norton as one of the top ways that the hackers and crackers will get into your system. They will use the Windows services, they will use Internet Explorer, Windows libraries, Microsoft Office and Outlook Express, any type of backup software that you might use, antivirus software. Right there it says that that's how they're going to use that to get in. So
okay, so I have a real basic question.
Right.
If a virus is messing up my computer, how can I get online to download these free ones?
Right, that's why you have to have it before you get online. Before you actually go online, make sure that you've done a scan and that you know that it's operating properly.
Now I've got these programs, I've downloaded them. What do I do?
Well, you install them and you run them. And then when it takes over the system, if you catch a virus as you're online, it will pop up a little pop-up and say, look, you've acquired a virus, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to delete it or do you want to quarantine it?
What do you want to do?
Myself, I quarantine them because I want to go back and look at them, and I want to go onto a database on the internet, and I want to find out exactly what that's doing. What is the purpose of that virus?
Now, I could check that out, but I wouldn't know what to do with the info.
Right, so usually just delete it right out of the system. It'll ask you, do you want to delete it? Delete it.
Okay.
Unless you had a concern about it, because there's been things going on in Oxford County where there's people have been phishing, and people have lost money out of their bank accounts, and that's something else that I wanted to touch on.
We've got about 3 minutes to touch on that.
If you're going to do online banking, make sure that you run your programs and don't leave your computer plugged in. Like, if I was going to do my online banking, I would have a computer, and I would dedicate that computer. Don't play games on your computer. You don't go into the bank lobby and start playing cards. Right? We're going to just use it for banking. When it's done, unplug it from the wall.
Right.
Because you don't want people, even this wireless network, I heard them talking that people are driving around with these little handheld Palm Pilots. They'll park outside your house and they'll wait for you to transmit within the house the wireless, and I can catch it.
Wow.
So, and the hacker, what he wants to do, the cracker, he wants to put a program into your computer that he will watch every keystroke. So every keystroke that you do, it'll be sent to his home. He'll come off work and he'll look at his computer system and say, oh, I've got 3 today. What's this one here? And he'll go there and look and he'll say, oh my goodness, look at, she's talking to her.
I gotta go home right now and unplug my computer, George.
Really?
You're freaking me out.
Well, it is a cyber war. A lot of people wouldn't even want anything to do with the computer if they realized what it was going on with it.
But there are ways to protect yourself.
It's like a car. You know, when you drive a car, if you haven't seen what an accident can do, you're out there driving around, you're just crazy. But if once you see what an accident can actually do, you put your seatbelt on now.
Sure.
Right. That's why the police try to show those pictures at the station to try to get people to understand that the car is heavy and it's dangerous.
Sure.
Same with the computer. It can hurt you. You have to be, but see, you're never going to stop. Viruses and spyware is constantly going to come into your machine, and you must be aware of that and fight them constantly. You have to be on there every day looking and monitoring and stopping these people from watching what you're doing, like the Ring of Saran.
So in our last minute, we have to remind our viewers to make sure you have your Norton Utilities or your downloads ready for when a virus
Keep your patches and your updates. That's the main point. That so as soon as a vulnerability comes in, they'll tell you and they'll say update this. And so feel comfortable to update your antivirus. Sometimes for updating Windows, like the Microsoft, I tend not to want to do it. It's like just every day they want you to do that. But when it comes to your antivirus and your anti-spyware software, update.
All right, did you get that update with your antivirus programs? Do that now.
Yeah.
Thanks, George, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And every Wednesday, we can talk to George live online. We will be right back to talk with Marianne Ferris from the Children's Aid Society. Stay tuned.